all of us, we know that most of the web platforms are designed for the wider screen. That's how it's made. That's the idea, right? And every time you try to translate those screens to our mobile phone, where we spend 80, 90% of our time, what happens is that there's a problem. It doesn't just sync properly. Either our thumbs are too big, or we can't see some things, right? Next slide, please. So now, all of us, most of us are devs or doing technical things. We have figured out a way to do it. We made web applications, progressive web applications, native web applications, mobile web, etc. But it still doesn't solve the problem. I'll tell you why. Number one is that you can download 1,000 applications on your phone, and you're using close to 200 to 300 platforms in a year, right? So there's the lethargy of you not wanting to download a web application on your phone. The second thing is that it's quite expensive to build web applications. Let's be sincere, right? Mobile apps are quite expensive. All of you charge a huge amount of money to do this, right? And the third part of it, which is very interesting, is that it seems like a commitment for you to download the application. That's just how it works, right? You ask yourself, do I want to download this? Will I need it every day? Am I sure I want to do it? etc. Now, the solution, please, next slide. The solution is, I call it the grandma method. If you speak to your grandma right now and you get her a smartphone, you know what she will ask you to download for her first? WhatsApp and Facebook. That's how it works, right? I want WhatsApp and Facebook, right? Now, if you want to engage everybody, including all of us, we don't shy away from downloading communication applications. That's just how it works, right? I want to download my WhatsApp. If I wipe up my phone today, I want to download WhatsApp, I want to download Facebook. Now, what do we need to do? We need to get the storefront into those messaging applications. It's as simple as that. So you don't need to download 14 applications. You just need to download one, right? And it has everything you need inside it. Next slide, please. So now let me talk about us. We are Gupshup, right? And we are cool in different ways. But let me mention number one. With one single API, you have access to 30 different channels. One single API, right? Normally, before now, if you wanted to get RCS API or SMS API, you integrate that one, integrate SMS, you integrate WhatsApp, you integrate Telegram. You keep integrating and you end up spending the rest of your day integrating. But with us, you don't have to. What happens? You integrate with one of our unique APIs and you have access to 30 channels. Now, that's one cool thing about us. Second cool thing about us is that we send 6 billion messages every month. That is huge, right? We've done 300 billion messages since we started. And the cool part about us is that we are profitable. But we still raised $350 million this current year. Why are we doing that? So that your life can be easy. We want that single API to give you everything you need. From you being able to integrate and engage your customers on every level, to you being able to create a bot store where you can engage people. Sorry, a bot where you can engage people. Please, next slide, which will be the same slide right now. Next slide, please. So, 30 channels. That means you see all the big names there. Twitter, Facebook, RCS. Just keep mentioning. Next slide, please. And these are the big names we work with. We have close to 40,000 customers across the nations, right? That is what we are building. Now, thank you so much. So, what is the idea? Irrespective of the enterprise, irrespective of the channel, you have us engaging your customers, right? 339,000 customers, 6 billion message on a monthly basis, 300 billion so far. Please, next slide. I know we are tired, so I want to do this as fast as possible. Now, the question is, we need to think vertically, right? How many verticals can Gupshup, which is the brand name, cater for? You can see, from banking to media to retail to entertainment, we are servicing a business, an enterprise, an organization in those access, in those verticals. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So, now let's talk about, and I know this is a dev community, but the best devs are the people that understand the business decisions making that is behind those writing codes, right? Now, I'm going to use Instagram as an example. Every interaction starts from a pre-sales or a pre-purchase, a purchase, and a post-purchase. Pre-purchase is that you see something exciting and you love it, right? You click it, right? And you want to engage the business behind it. Now you enter the purchase. You can engage the company right between your Instagram chat and buy what you want to buy, right? And at the end of it, you can do a quick survey to understand, I love the product, I love the idea, I think you can improve on this. That is happening inside your chat. Next slide, please. Next slide. And another thing to say in a gathering like this is to talk about our Google feature. And one thing you will see is that as much as everything is happening in chat, it's also happening in search, right? Everybody deals with Google every day. Either you want to search something, you want to search a location. Now, picture that as you search those things, you can also click a button and leads you directly to the DM of the companies that you want to talk to. Like you're coming to Landmark today and you say, okay, I'm coming to Landmark. Search Landmark, where is the location? And you see a chat button that says, is it accessible for people that have wheelchair accessible, etc. You want to buy something in most of the stores around. That is happening on chat and also in search. Next slide, please. Now, one of the things that is cool about us is that we think startup, right? One of the biggest successes that we've achieved as a company is that we are thinking about startups. We are thinking like startups. Please, next slide. And irrespective of the vertical you are in, you will need to engage your customers, either as a notification, somebody just checked your store. Second thing, as a confirmation, you just bought this, you just want to confirm you want to buy it. OTP to give access to a transaction, approval, reminders, update. Everything is happening via a single API. Next slide, please. Now, just a bit of time to brag about ourselves. Our focus as a business is to fuel R&D. And as I said earlier, we are profitable as a business, right? But we are still raising to build better, to build stronger. And also, we are thinking to accelerate our go-to-market strategies, which is exciting, really. And we're acquiring different businesses to further our goal. Next slide, please. Now, I want to talk about chatbots. And I know a lot of people are excited about AI and what it brings. But I want to talk about it from a business perspective. I'm intentionally trying to drill or make a point from a business perspective. Chatbots are the new digital storefront. You cannot get enough customer agent to address to your customer the bigger you get, right? If you've ever gotten your Twitter account blocked before or Instagram account blocked before, you notice that you can't get it yourself. You have to talk to a bot, to a bot, to a bot, to a bot. Now, our job is to make sure that those bots are smarter, are faster, and they can engage you better. So, chatbots are the new digital storefront. You can engage, right? A very interesting use case is, I want to buy a shirt, and I click the chatbot on WhatsApp and says, hey, I want to buy a shirt from you. And the store replies to me immediately and says, which color, right? I respond, and we do back and forth, and as quick as possible, I got my shirt, and I'm moving on. Next slide, please. Next slide. So, what does our bot building tool look like? There are 3 levels. They are either no code. Let's say you are a developer, you've not gone to the stage, or you don't have the time to write all the code. Boom, you do no code. If you have just a little bit of time, you do low code, just a little, right? And if you have all the time in the world and you need something robust and flexible, you do your code, you write everything all by yourself, right? That is possible with our bot functionality. Next slide, please. Now, let's talk about our product. I'm talking about 3 of our products. SMS, we all know about it, so I'm not going to spend time on it. Next slide, please. Please be fast. Skip this slide because of time. Now, I'm going to talk about our WhatsApp Business API. And why is it exciting? We have very strong relationship with Facebook. So technically, right, not technically, actually, we get to test their new features before they open it to everybody. So by signing up on our platform, you get access to features that are not widely acceptable to everybody. And it gives you multiple things: rich media notification, QR code, multilingual support, powerful analytics, etc., as you name it. Next slide, please. That's one of our products. We have 30 channels. I'm just mentioning 2. The next one is RCS. By the way, guys, I'm a fan of RCS. It's big, it's huge, it's happening. Now, on my right side, which is also on my left side, which is also your left side, this is how your regular SMS inbox looks like. Boring. You have sender IDs that you can respond to, quite boring. And if you don't have sender IDs, you have two-way SMS shortcodes that you're engaging, not branded. This is the future of your box with RCS, right? You have brand names, verified accounts, and you can engage everybody. Picture your bank sends you a notification today, right? And you ask them another question in that same message. Is that not beautiful? Instead of just seeing it coming in without being able to ask another question. Next slide, please. So that's RCS. Now, what does RCS bring on the table? It brings a trusted brand, faster creativity, better metrics. The SMS we have right now is not optimized enough, right? But RCS will change the game. And the beauty about it is that in Nigeria, we are connected to the 4 telcos, and you can jump on it right now. What does that bring to you? Now your SMS, the regular SMS that you send, in the same SMS application can have videos, text, images, etc. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So I want to end this by talking about Gupshup for startup. As I said, we are focused on making startups do better and supporting them in every way possible. Right now, if you come to our booth, or if you walk up to me as I'm leaving on this podium, I can sign you up for 100% free waiver for 3 of the products: SMS, USSD, and RCS. You don't pay any startup fee or setup fee. It's free, 100%. And we give 40% discount on monthly maintenance. And overall, you will find yourself in about 80 to 90% discount for what you are doing as a business. It's not open to everybody, but if you're a startup that is not up to 7 years, please come and talk to us. We'll get it started. Next slide, please. Now, another thing that is exciting is there are startup aggregators, startup accelerators that have multiple startups under them. They can partner with us. We give them guidance, mentorship to their startups, early access to new products, master class, training, product support, etc., just to support the startups. Next slide, please, which I believe will be the last slide. So I won't be able to take some use cases of how this has worked in the past, so I'll stop here, and I'm just going to take a second to share this gift. Now, I don't have a model to share it, but I want to give 2 people, right? So how do we do it? Suggestions from the crowd. I should ask questions. Okay, thank you. So how many messages do we send? So, I've not finished my question. How many messages do we send on a monthly basis? You said what? No, it's not 6 billion. That's what we send on a... What? No, it's not 3 billion. We are getting close. What? 6? 36? No, not so, right? So next question, just to help, right? Why is small screen difficult, right? Yes, I said most of our websites are optimized for web, but small screens and, web applications are not working right. Why is it difficult to have web application? What? For you, sir? He answered details. So there's a bottle inside, there's a shirt. Please check the shirt that it matches you. If not, you can come and get another one in the stand. So the last one is, who can tell me the website for Gupshup? Quickly. What? She said it first. So please, for you. She's the one that said it first. Okay, please. Please follow me to the booth. You get one. You didn't say the site. So thank you so much for the time. And see you. Please come to our booth. We are still ready for conversations. And if you have any questions, let me know. My name is Femi. Bye.